So, different kind of video from my usual micro content and fabrication stuff. Today's focus is going to be this toolbox. We've just done a review on this box as it comes on the pallet. So if you're interested in one of these boxes, head over and go check that video out. Yeah, I'm just trying to upgrade our pit equipment in the garages when we go racing. Now, previously, we have a load of collie boxes and tote boxes full of oils, tools, and it's just a bit of a pain to load the van up with all them boxes. And because we're doing more and more this year with more and more people in our team, we've got to take more stuff, and it's just a bit of a ball ache. The welder's a great addition because it's on casters, so it wheels in and out of the van nice and easy. So does this toolbox here. So I just want to try and condense all that into one single unit to avoid taking loads of little different things. So rather than go through step by step, what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to do a nicely edited video of me doing all the modifications, and then we'll come back and then we'll discuss exactly what we've done. So here we are 9 months later. Let's go through the mobile pit paddock station. So yeah, I'm really impressed with what we've built here. Obviously we've been using this for the last season. Like I said, we're 9 months into the future since that last clip for various reasons, but at least that allows me to give you a pretty decent overview of what we have built. So let's start with the most obvious thing, and that is the 2 screens here. So inside here, we've got a mini form factor PC with a wireless keyboard and mouse, and that allows us to have TSL timing on the screens at all time. So on this one, we've got our times or splits, and obviously we've got the transponder tracking on this page here. Now on some events where it's live streams, we can obviously bring both of these windows onto one screen, and we can have the live stream playing on this screen here, which is what we did at Quick 60 last year. That was pretty good. And then over here, I guess the little admin panel, and that allows us to put the entry lists and the timetables for the days. And then top here is storage, we've got our radios for the team, and our headsets, spare cables, charging cables, all that in there. PCs in here. And then the top side here is all our fluids. So we've got some baby powder for some reason. Can't remember why we've got that, but we have. Obviously our additives, hand cleaner, sprays, engine oils, etc. all in the top there. The mini PC also has an external Wi-Fi antenna because the internal one just doesn't reach far enough for most circuits, whereas this antenna here will pick up a Wi-Fi signal from over 500 meters away, so that's a fantastic addition to that. Across the back, we've got a backboard with all of our sponsors. Now these are all of our sponsors for the 2023 season, and then we'll update this for the next season we compete in. And then we put in a 4-gang socket sunken into the bottom here, and that allows us to put laptops on here and charge laptops as well as other bits and bobs. The toolbox itself has lasted pretty decent. There's actually still some tools we've not used, so we may need to go through and revise some of these tools. In the bottom side here, we've got all our spares. We've got spare control arms, spare pads, spare spark plugs. We've got miscellaneous fluids. Again, we've got more additive here. We've got greases, brake fluids, gloves, spanners, sockets, bits and bobs. More spanners and all the bits and bobs we've added, like magnets, hose tools, bigger hammers. So we've got some lean mats, compression tester, more spare pads, fluid transfer tube. In the bottom here, tyre pressure tester, spare CV joints, etc. And then again, this side tools. This is usually where we've got all our spare impact tools, so Makita battery, etc. And then over here we've got some axle sands. And then we've got some aesthetics. You can probably see the blue hue we've got at the top there, and then we've got some blue downlighting here. And we've also got a Bluetooth speaker here for the PC, and that usually plays the TSL commentary while we're competing. Now overall, this has been a staple in a time attack paddock for the 2023 season. We had so many people pretty envious of what we built, and by the end of the season everyone had something similar, albeit not as good as what I've built here. Now you'll remember that we used a really cheap US Pro toolbox to do this, and I said I was going to do a catch-up video on how the toolbox has survived, and I can say for the most part it has survived. It's still on all 4 wheels for the most part, but down the back here one of the caster wheels has collapsed, and it's folded into the sheet metal on the base of the toolbox. It'll be a simple fix, but that is one thing we have noticed, and there are some random crinkles and dimples on the toolbox damage as it's been rolling around and moved. Now we have used this toolbox for a purpose it wasn't designed to do. Usually with a toolbox you move it where it sits and it sits there for eternity, whereas this we've loaded it in and out of the van after every race meeting. We also took this to Germany. This was loaded in the back of the van when we went to Germany, and it survived going there and back. So cheap toolbox, you can tell it's cheap. The caster wheel is going to be an easy fix, and we'll probably strengthen the underside of that. We also reduced the height of these top cabinets by 2 inches, and that was what we needed to do to be able to load this in and out the van without disassembling the toolbox every time, and that worked out pretty well. The tools themselves, I kind of wish I had bought a toolbox with no tools and instead spend that extra, I think it was 400 quid I think for the tool package, or 500 quid. I think I'd have rather gone and spent that on my own tools, because we don't need 7 types of spanners in the same sizes. We just don't use them. We've never used any punches or chisels this season. we have got, again, 4 different socket sets that we just haven't used, and you can't really get these back sockets out because the top drawer's in the way. So kind of wish I had just bought my own tools and kitted it out with what we actually physically was going to use. And there we go, that is our pit paddock control workstation, whatever you want to call it, in its entirety. And yeah, we're going to make some improvements for it for this season. Now, we aren't racing the full season this year. I'm only picking out 2 events that I'm going to compete in the micro while we build the new car. And that's going to allow me to take some time and make some improvements to this toolbox. So yeah, thank you for watching. Any questions about what we built, pop a comment down below. Any questions about how the toolbox has survived in detail, because I know these are cheap toolboxes and I know they're known to sag in the middle here. That's a known fault with these. So any questions, pop a comment down below. And with that being said, bit of a filler content, and we'll see you in the next video very, very shortly. Thanks for watching.